Hello, everyone. Happy new moon in Cancer. I know this is coming out a little bit later, but I wanted to bring my voice to it and bring my message to you all. All right, so I hope that you all enjoyed the new moon in Cancer that happened June 28th, 2022, 7 degrees, 22 minutes. And I want to do a little bit of new numerology in this and just the general message for everyone, but then also a message for all the signs. I had a big shift, a big move that happened on the 21st, which was um, the summer solstice, and I didn't realize it because so much was going on. And then the 20th, the day before, a big shift happened, but my energy was so positive and so up that on the 21st, on my drive, and I saw this. It was so funny. I saw this image and I go, I need an image that has to do with water and the road, right? And the solar, the not the solar, but the sun, but the summer solstice is like the longest day and the longest night of the year. And that day was just so powerful, so special. Try not to cry, and just so wonderful. And I feel grateful for everything, the highs and the lows. But just being on the 21st and then everything that was happening, and I kept saying, I know it's a new moon, but everything was so new that I was just living, just living. I'm gonna also hop on my phone for my calendar, in my storytelling here. I was just living. And that Tuesday was like a week. That was like 1 week. And it was like the whole shift, the whole life change happened 1 week after the intention I set 6 months before. And I've always been interested in manifesting, right? And all the Cancerians, all the water signs are very powerful, very intuitive. So you all can understand the whole manifesting. All signs can, but just tapping into the unseen, right? And your intuition and your psychic intuition. We all have that. Even though I set that intention back in November, I'm like, things will be better. In November I was like, man, I don't like the 6 months change that I'm going to, but I feel like the change need to happen. And I was like, okay, something positive has to happen by June, right? And even though I wanted the positive change to happen in November, I set it for June and it happened, right? And I don't like to talk about anything until after it's done or after I've tried it out. And, even teachers of, like, say, yoga, meditation, they've also said that. People that I respect their dedication to the work, and their work shows their success. You know, you you want to test it out before you say, hey, this manifestation technique works. I can say that it worked along with my day-to-day hard work. I was watching this other YouTube video from this coach, and she was interviewing someone, and the lady she was interviewing said, uh, something along the lines of, it's the changes that you don't see, that you don't put on TikTok, that you don't tweet, that you don't put on YouTube, like, right away. It's just the underground work that you do that's really powerful and really important. And I say all of this because I feel like this video is on time. you know, um, this new moon in Cancer happened on the 28th. Happened in the season of Cancer. It was a powerful day, and today is also a powerful day, and I'll make another video on that. So my timeline is going to have so many videos up. But, you know, this new moon, the energy, we're feeling it after. We'll feel it after the effect, right? Because we have, like, so many things happening that this moon is so right on time. It's all about compassion, right? The high peak is at 1952, which is 7:52 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, I didn't put the PST there, but specific time. And this new moon is about big changes, and the grand message for everyone, the big message for all signs, is to care for yourself, right? So, of course, it's a Cancer full moon. It rules the fourth house of home, parents, food, right? That goes with nurturing ourselves and also feeling secure. So this new moon is like, you're already in the process of starting your new change. And once you start recognizing the cycles of the moon and even working with the sun energy and the planetary hours along with the sun energy, I find works really good, is that you will see that the changes are happening even before the new moon, because you're living your life, you're doing the best that you can, but you're also having a spiritual practice just to maintain, your own mind, your own life experiences, and dealing with other people's personalities, right? Other people's biases, other people's weaknesses, other people's misunderstandings, other people's behavior, plus your own. So, the spiritual practice of like yoga, meditation, qigong, tai chi, card reading, throwing stones, or whatever you do, meditating, it's all a practice of praying, writing things out, thinking things over, mindfulness meditation, whatever it is that you do, stretching. It's all a way of bringing peace to our life, to our bodies. And I feel like the new moon in Cancer is so caring that it's just bringing about healing even in the midst of chaos in your own life or in the world at large, right? So let's break down this numerology, okay? So 7 degrees, okay? So let's look at it in terms of numbers. Seven is a mysticism. It's wisdom and knowledge. So you might be experiencing that in your own life, like just tapping into your own subconscious mind or someone else's, connecting to someone that's maybe a tarot reader, or pulling cards for yourself, or, just asking yourself, you know, with different types of spiritual techniques, what is the best solution for me right now? What's the best thing for me to do right now, right? And you could be connecting to just feeling like I need more knowledge, just being wiser and being more knowledgeable about things, teaching yourself new things, learning new things, and really putting yourself and your life into perspective, and problem solving. So knowing your lane, like, okay, I might not be able to do this, but I'm going to problem solve it, get someone to do it, or do it myself, whatever it is. And seven also brings along the energy, which I really like, because when I think of seven, I think of a continuous learning. Like I think of 7 days a week. That just popped up, right? And we're here on this, in this life, in this earth plane, right? On this earth to learn, and seven represents continuous learning, and every day for the 7 weeks we're continuously learning, and a way to pull ourselves out of the matrix, or pull ourselves out of the structural society, which is good, but it's not everything, and not everything about it is good. So if you can pull yourself out of that and say, okay, my week starts on Sunday, just like that practice of self-care on Sunday, or the week starts on Sunday, you're already a step ahead of people that just are living in the box of Monday and Friday's work week, right? And even if you work on the weekends, you're still holding that day, not just to survive life, but as a spiritual practice. Maybe I'll learn something new. I'll take 1 hour and learn something new, or practice something for 15 minutes. Maybe it's sign language, maybe it's painting, maybe it's playing the flute or something like that, right? So I say all of that to say, seven also means reason why things happen in life. Okay, so it has to do with us pausing for a moment. Seven is a number of like saying, okay, let me pause, let me think. Why is this happening? Right? Why am I experiencing this? Let me pause and get my cards, because I forgot to grab my cards. Okay, so I'm back. All right. So I grabbed my cards. Okay. So that's the seven meaning. So maybe that will resonate with some of you out there. Now, that's the 7 degrees, right? 22 minutes. So for 22 minutes at 7:52 p.m., like whatever the high peak is, and if you're free at that time, and even if you're not, You can probably set an alarm if you're working, and then you know for 22 minutes, and then you set another alarm for when the 22-minute ends. Then you're like saying a mantra in your mind or manifesting something. So maybe, the day before the new moon, or maybe after, if you're not free, but even before it, right? If you know you're busy, let's just keep it simple. If you know you're busy at that time when the high peak is, you can already know what you want to manifest and set that intention. And when you're working with the moon, this just came to me, you are affirming to yourself that your own emotions, because the moon handles the emotion, that your own emotion is you're gonna pull your energy to focus your emotions in a positive way, so that that negative thought or that negative mind doesn't affect what you're really trying to manifest, which is something good, because we all move towards what brings us joy. If we feel too stressed out, we're going to run away from something, even if that thing isn't the big problem, but it's just something easier to attack, right? And some of us can pull ourselves back and correct our mistakes, and then some of us will be like 70 or 80 years old regretting something. So we all have to realize that we have the power in every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week, every month, every year to make a change, right? We can do it. And it's not easy to think that way when you're going through a hard time, but that's where all this training, comes in, right? So 22. All right. So the 22 minutes, for 22 minutes, manifest what you want, right? Because that's it. And even if you're watching this now and we're still in that energy before the full moon, so just set that intention. There's no time, right? I'm correct. I was watching another YouTuber, and I love what she said. She's like, I'm not here to argue anyone's belief. You can time travel in your mind and say, you know what? I missed that opportunity, but I'm going to put myself in that zone and feel the energy from that, right? So 22 is about powerful creative energy, and it's a powerful creative number, and it's all about overcoming all types of obstacles. And 2 represents balance, right? So just breaking it down, 2 represents balance. And to have that double times as a master number, it's a creative, powerful master number of overcoming any type of obstacles that you may be facing right now. Now, I flip the meaning to say don't. So don't be easily knocked off your feet or knocked off your focus by failure, by thoughts of failure, or something didn't work out the way you planned. There's another opening. So move forward to that. Right? And the 22 has a message of you wanting to be successful. We all want to be successful, right? So working past that struggle to becoming successful in your own mind to achieve what you want. So restate it as, I am successful and I move past any struggles easily because my mind is strong, because I am focused and I know what I want to achieve and I will achieve it. Right? So the great thing about recording a video is that it's there, because I remember when I was teaching my EFT tapping class and I was like, man, I wish I was recording myself in class. This was before TikTok, and and I was like, man, I should have been recording myself while I'm teaching and not thinking about it, right? Because sometimes when you're recording yourself, all of these, if you're too focused on being recorded, you miss that download message where it just like you're talking to your friend or you're teaching and you say something and you're even shocked by it. You're like, what? I'm going to have to remember that. So students will always go, what was that thing you said? I said, I have no idea what I'm saying. I said, you can record the class if you want, like turn on your phone and so you could record what I'm saying. And that way you have it for your practice later. But, sometimes I'll write down stuff ahead of time, and it's really good stuff because I'm vibing at home before I go to work, and I can share that with them. So, that's always something for you out there if you're going to a meditation class or something. record it. Ask them, can I record it? Because, sometimes there's really great messages that's said in class, and I don't want to miss out on it. So 22, another message that came to me is focus on universal love, and use that energy of focusing on universal love to make your dreams come true. So it's turning your dreams into reality. We all struggle in life with whatever our own thoughts, or other relationships. But if you could focus on universal love, even picturing, like, say, the earth, and like with pink hearts, like rose quartz, right? Um, so just like picture that, or just picture like a heart just growing and becoming bigger than the earth, right? And recognizing, like, I'm related to the people I know, but I have distant cousins. You know, I'm everyone else pushed out, right? So that's another saying and technique, right? And I'm trying to remember who said that. So you can comment it. Like, the name is on the tip of my tongue. But so in the most negative way or most positive way, I am everyone pushed out. So a lot of people that are just amazing beings, let's put it this way, realize that beyond borders and like languages, families are pretty much the same all over the world, pretty much, right? So we're all each other. So just having that thought is so powerful and healing. And the new moon in Cancer, Cancer is about compassion. Cancer is about strength, but they are very soft and shy. And their feelings do get hurt, and they might not show it, and they care, and they work hard, right? So if you're Cancers, you're in your sun, your moon, your rising sign, your north node, wherever the placement is, if it's a strong placement with a lot of planets, or if it's, if your Cancer is in the fourth house, you feel that very, very strongly. You have very strong Cancerian feelings, right? And you're dedicated to your family, and you're dedicated to that love. Now, if that love is missing, that's an energy that will naturally fill your heart around the new moon in Cancer, of receiving love and connecting with those that you love. Now, and that's a great new moon to manifest and bring love into your life as well. So, but at the new moon, I was not focused on that. I was just in gratitude mode and readjusting mode, right? So Mars, but very much, yes, thinking about love and stuff like that. So Mars in Aries, Mercury in Gemini, Uranus in Taurus, Neptune Neptune in Pisces. So Mars is at home in Aries, Mercury in home with Gemini, and Venus is in Gemini. So that was such a great energy, and the moon is in Cancer. So all of these planets were in their perspective signs. Okay, so it's just a powerful time to bring a lot of love into your life and manifest big changes. So I just wanted to share that with everyone. So the big message is to really care for yourself and bring a lot of love into your life, and care about your health, maybe eating healthier and getting enough sleep and drinking enough water and being hydrated. I know that the first day of summer was really hot here, and yeah, I felt it. I mean, it was hot for a couple of days, but I couldn't avoid the sun. I had to, move stuff and get stuff done. Okay, so let's start with the individual reading for everyone. But the big message for everyone is to really care about yourself. You'll find that a lot of you will be there for yourself for healing, crying, releasing, sharing, talking with friends. Some of you will be there for your parents, or you'll be there for someone that you love and care for. So it's just being there for people that you closely love. And if something is not love within that time frame of the summer solstice, the new moon in Cancer, that's like the 21st and the 28th. So from the 21st on to the next upcoming full moon, anything that's not real love, okay, you're gonna just cast it away. Like, you're just on your pirate ship and you're gone. Like, it's either you give them, the cutlass and the machete, or you're like, I'm gonna save my peace and I'm out. and you just move away from the negativity, right? So big positive changes. Okay, so let's start with Cancer. So Cancer, it's a lot of seventh house energy for you guys. Okay. So you'll be looking at your relationship, talking with the person that you love, really trying to work things out and really focus in on love and working out the relationship. Okay. So a lot of seventh house energy of trying to find balance in your partnership. And you have the sun and the moon there. So it's a lot of growth and understanding the other person's goals right now, understanding your goals right now. So it's a lot of like relationship type issues that will be coming up. Okay. All right. Let me bring back the screen for myself here. All right, so we're going to move on to Gemini. For Gemini, it's you have the communication. So communication will be getting easier for you, and a lot of love relationships as well. Your communication will be ending negativity and moving towards positivity. All right, and your Venus will be about really clearing and cleansing any kind of negativity that would be affecting your love and the way you make money and your love life, right? So just realize that you have the higher power, working with, like, say, Archangel Michael, working with energies that are protective, powerful, right? And even revengeful too, that will equally balance out and justify that negativity that may have been going on for months or years, and just clearing that space, right? So, and I feel like that love energy is going to really affect your personal creativity to be better and bringing more love and fun into your life. It's happening in the fifth house of Leo, so that's going to really be great for you. And Gemini, look where your Leo is in your birth chart and work with those placements and bring a lot of white light candles for that whenever those planets are aligned in whichever house Leo is in, and strengthen your Leo. Whatever is in your Leo, if you know how to read charts, strengthen where your Leo is for your career. If it's in the 10th house, strengthen your Leo for your fun child personality, so you can recreate believing in yourself in a child's mind, right? A child's mind is like pure. It's not filtered by negative people and people that want to hold you back. It's free and it's fun and it's creative, and it's good for your romance life because people are attracted to people who are happy and who are believing in themselves and just very powerful and go-getter and just want to have fun. Like, it's like that Shakespearean thing, like, your life is a stage, right? So it's a very positive Leo energy. And if a person can't understand a Leo energy, is because they're afraid to live out loud, right? And they would have to work on that. So the Leo energy is so beautiful and powerful. I'm so in love with all the signs, and I can big them up because I see their power, and that's just beautiful. So really good for Gemini's, this Cancer moon for love and communicating with yourself and others. Taurus, it's so great to just move to where you're supposed to be, work towards your life purpose with that North Node energy. And with the Uranus energy is really breaking down anything that is negative and holding you back in society. So it's really moving forward in a compassionate way, but correcting negativity. I really strongly feel that a lot of people who are Taurus will be correcting negativity, either by changing their career field for themselves, or giving their voice to something important, helping themselves heal, really connecting to that. Very powerful, okay? And let's see what else for Taurus. Yeah, it's just really powerful and I feel like a lot of Taurus people can understand things at the fundamental level. It's the details is in the basic words and the basic message that someone might be looking over. So a lot of Taurus will be reading documents. You don't have to be a Taurus sun sign. You could be Taurus in any powerful position in the chart, but a lot of people with Taurus energy is going to find that little fine print and be like, hey, this isn't right. They never said that. It's not that, so Taurus is going to be on it. Okay. Aries, it's the things that you're privately thinking and doing, and just be mindful that you are healing yourself right now and you're not allowing anything to be more powerful than you. You think of like the devil card where it's like substance abuse or anything that you're doing for recreation and fun could turn into a bondage for you. So be mindful of that. You have Chiron, you have your Mars there for you, you have Jupiter. So it's very lucky, positive energy. And a lot of it is happening within the third house, okay? So, let me see where Chiron is. Third house. They're all in the third house. So think of the Gemini mind, the fundamental learning, the communications, the activities that you're doing. What is your mind thinking? Make sure your mind is clear. Okay. You're in the I think home. So what you think, you manifest. Okay. So very, very powerful. All right. Yeah. So that's really, really big time. Okay. Pisces. Let's go to Pisces. So Pisces, you have Neptune, okay? So this strong energy of all these planets in their rightful home is a very high energy, and you want to focus on what your dreams and aspirations are, but also, helping others to see what they're not really focusing on and what they should. And for you, it's about focusing on your home and make sure that everything is structured for you for months ahead, right? So your finances, what you possess, what you value, upgrading your skills on different things. So time manage yourself so that you're in that I have energy and you can take fully advantage of second house dealings, okay? So that's really good. Aquarius. For Aquarius, it is a mix between what you possess in second house issues and first house issues, okay? So you guys don't have any big planets, but you're just mainly focusing on balancing your how you see yourself, how you fight for yourself, how you show up for yourself, how you're winning your life in the first house experience, and then how you can hold on to these things that you create in a timely manner, right? When something needs to leave, it needs to leave, but making sure that whatever you're working towards, that you are also preparing yourself to hold on to it for the duration of time that you need it. All right. So that's the message there. I don't want to keep going on and on. So Capricorn, this new moon is so good for you. It's about really seeing what is really there and realizing that it doesn't have to be on a big scale or something doesn't have to be huge to make a big impact. Okay. And also a, a lot of things that we feel are strong and structured will definitely fall apart because it's just too much. So if you feel like something in your life is too much, it's time to rethink it. Some of you might want someone else to be the one to speak up because you feel like it's not your place or you just don't want to deal with it, or you realize that it's something that that person should have handled and they weren't listening to your subtle, clear advice. Capricorn, right? And it's like that's for someone else to fix, but you're there making sure that it doesn't get worse and you're making sure that you are okay, right? And it's also a lucky new moon for you. You have the fortune energy, so it's a very lucky time for you, and it's a great time for you to do anything that has to do with any kind of big changes that you need, going after your dreams, recognizing if you're the one in your own way and get out of your own way, kind of like that self-sabotage energy, right? So it will be a good new moon for you to work out your own issues for yourself, like your first house energy and your 12th house energy. Sagittarius, you guys have no planets, but this is also a big time for change for you. And that change is really taking place in your friendship, your structure of your goals, your aspirations, anything that has to do with anything that you're associated with. So there's some change up there, and it's pushing you towards your dream and the new chapter in your life where you need to be. Okay? Scorpio, it's about you tapping into what your power suit is, your power talent, using it to better yourself. It's like the same message again, to better yourself or to make sure that you're okay. So it's really falling back on all of your past life skills that are powerful now, but don't forget that you also have to learn new skills too. okay, whether it's emotional or for work or just for your life happiness, right? And this has to do a lot with your friends and groups and how you treat others and how you associate with people, right? And then making that positive for you, right? If it's positive already, great. Woohoo, right? And also your career, like how you view yourself, a lot of that in between that 11th and 10th house, right? So really feeling like changing up some things and keeping some things the same just for you to grow. Now, Libra, you have the MC. So the new moon in Cancer is focusing on you. There's no planets there. So it's strongly focusing on travel, the need to travel, the need to learn more about something, even writing, publishing, your own spiritual beliefs, your higher mind. So this is it's kind of like a philosopher's mind, right? So looking at things in a philosophical way, I'm trying to say it, and looking at where you are right now and projecting yourself in the future to where you will be, and it's about wisdom, right? And it's about what you also want to achieve or what you feel like you want to achieve, right? But right now you're exploring. So you're in the ninth house energy, trying to get to the 10th house energy, right? Being in the ninth house energy is all about exploring. And if you're a Libra with a strong Sagittarius placement, this is a time for really a time for wisdom, but also a time for traveling. And the ninth house deals with law. And when the ninth house deals with law, and I never really thought of it like this before, but it does deal with karma. So it's about making positive shifts because it has a lot of changes. And I just got a message. I just feel like the houses have a message about time as well. Like say 10 years or 20 years from now. I feel like that's the message of the karma for, you know, for the ninth house position for you. Okay. So now we are looking at Virgo. Virgo, no planets, but it's the eighth house. So I feel like Virgos are like on the move. There's no planets there. It's just the eighth house. So the energy is strong in the house for reaping, right? So whatever you're giving out, you're going to get it back because you value your time. A very strong Scorpio energy, right? Because it's in the eighth house. So Virgo, it is time for you to inspire others and time for you to collect. So, whether we're rich or poor, it doesn't matter. We still are in this life to give and receive. There's a healthy balance there. So I feel like you're going to bring about a strong message in this new moon time of what are you here for? What can you let go of? It's like the death of the old self and bringing to life the new self. And the eighth house deals with sexuality too. So it's really like anything that is viewed as taboo is still needed for life, right? So there's no shame and it balances out. You can have a strong message and have a beautiful body and be people can find you attractive and alluring, right? Because the Scorpio energy is very alluring, just like the Taurus energy is very alluring. All of the signs have that alluring feature, to them. Any signs that's ruled by Venus has that alluring energy, okay? And the Scorpio energy really, Virgo, you're going to tap into that dark, mysterious energy that holds a lot of strength for people to have that rebirth. So you're going to bring about that message, that energy. Okay, Leo, Leo, Leo. I felt like I did Leo before because I was talking about Leo in the fifth house for Gemini, I think. So for Leo, you are in such a positive position for change. Okay, for what needs to just shift for you. So in between the seventh and the eighth house, but it has a lot to do with calculating your time with how you spend it with everyone. If you are a loved person, then people want your time. If people realize that they need you, then they're going to want your time. If it's love or necessity, whatever it is, it's just managing your time. I feel like that energy is about managing your time. I want to find something else that I'm trying to remember. but it's about you managing your time and saying, okay, what can I give? Okay, and what am I not willing to give, right? And then that's going to balance out your relationship and also how you earn a living as well. Okay, so yeah, I think I hit on everything for that. Yeah, and just realize that everything happens in cycles, right? So also balance yourself out through meditation and just recognizing when things need to end and when a new thing needs to begin, and don't feel pressure to stay for a long time in something that might not be for you. And I want to touch back on Cancer too, and this is going to be strong for everyone. Okay, so, with the Lilith energy as well, it's just a strong message of really trusting your gut instinct, okay, and go with your heart in the sense of protecting your heart, and really tap into your ancestors for guidance, and really have some form of tradition about you, in a sense where it's like kind of like a right or wrong, and what feels right and what does not feel right, and you shift it for the times now, but it still has an old ancient feeling. I don't know if that means something to someone, but it's really about letting go of the fear that you may be feeling, right, but also what feels right in your soul, and like, your heart chakra, if that makes sense. Okay, so that's a message for everyone. So I know I kind of changed up my there, kind of tilted down. So yeah, that's the message for everyone. But circling back to big changes and to do what is right for you, care about yourself. I think that's like the message of the video, is just caring for yourself. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and definitely click like, it helps the channel, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. I wanted to make another one about something and I totally forgot, but that's from my other channel. So all right guys, thank you. Click like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't let me forget. I didn't forget. Let me pull a card for this moon, new moon in Cancer. I feel like pulling 3. All right, so we have the 2 of Swords here. Okay, so there's definitely wisdom in this card. Okay, ask yourself, what is good for me right now, right? What can you restore in your life? How can you find wisdom in your life and balance that out? So it's really a time to contemplate, to sit, to think. Okay, your words are definitely powerful, and hear what is being said, and it has a lot to also do with the moon. Okay, a lot to do with the moon, and a lot to do with the Libra energy as well. So finding that balance, and really hearing what you're saying and hearing what the other person is saying and hearing what is real. So it doesn't matter if someone loves you or not, right? A person can tell when things aren't right. And another thing that pops up, it's about respect. So a person can love you and also not respect you as much as they did before, based on your actions, right? And it's not to bring someone down or to make them feel bad, but it's looking at the choices that you make and how steadfast you can be, right? So it's really restoring yourself and finding wisdom. Okay? Another one. And that message might be for someone else, but, without judgment, let's say. Okay, 5 of Swords. Okay, again, words are coming up. So this one has a lot to do with that Venus energy. Okay? And it has a lot to do with arguments because we already know it's like a fight. So decide, do you want to fight or do you want to heal? And you can win, is it the battle and lose the war? Is that the saying? So you can know that you're right, but then a person can know that you're right and a person can know that they're wrong. And both can be wrong, but one could be a little bit more right than the other. But that's good. If you felt like, yeah, I really had to find balance there for myself. And it has a lot to do with the Aquarius energy too. And the Aquarius energy can know that something is not right now, but they can look to the future and say, but let's make it better. Let's not sit in this poop, right? I love this image here. It's kind of like we're all on a journey and sometimes we have to swim through like the pavements of life. Like it's rough, but we can find that right path and we can just we don't have to like go on this paved road that's designed for us. We can just say, I'm going across. I'm just going to cross the road and just go my own way. So that this image really resonated with me on a deeper level than just mashing two images together, I don't know. Okay, so the third one is carving your own path. A whole bunch fell. So oh my gosh, a whole bunch fell. So 3 of Swords, we're going to do this. 3 of Swords, okay? Has a lot to do with the Saturn energy and the Libra energy, okay? So it's like learning the hard way, but also making sure that you're the master of your own heart and your own love and balancing out love and justice and harmony. Libra is about justice and harmony and what's right. But, if Libra doesn't maintain that, then Saturn is going to come in as the master teacher. And there's a karma to it. But if you're going through a heartache, just heal it, Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is here, and it's how powerful our voice is. How powerful is your voice? And just knowing that there's healing, there's power in your voice. But, be wise about what you say. Ace of Cups. All these aces are dropping, and I shuffled these cards. So when all the aces are showing up, oh my gosh, it's about what you can do. It's about your potential. Okay, it's about what you can do. Right? And the swords are about having clarity and know your power and your victory here. Okay? And the Ace of Cups is divine energy. The Ace of Cups is definitely divine energy. It's about compassion as well. It's about your emotion and the potential to heal yourself. Heal yourself even from that broken heart, right? And any kind of unnecessary fighting. And also from having wisdom with this 2 of Swords. Okay? And oh my gosh, the Ace of Pentacles. I shuffled these cards, so maybe I have to shuffle them more. But all the aces are coming out. Like, all the aces are coming out. Okay? Ace of Pentacles is on the right path. So you're on the right path to manifest and to make your life better and prosperity. Potential. It's just all about potential. Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is letting you know to keep being inspired so that you can work with that manifestation with the Ace of Pentacles. So I'm on the right path. You're on the right path. And the darn Empress comes out. You know why I'm so happy the Empress came out? Because we had the 3 of Swords, right? So when you know your true power, right? Forget about heartaches, heartbreaks, feeling sad about anything. When you know your true power, you just naturally call in the person that's meant to be there for you, and you're ready to receive love, that Venus energy. Okay, something new is coming. She represents a pregnant woman, but she also represents a woman that is cared for, and she can care for herself. But she attracts wonderful people into her life, and things flow because she says it does. Okay, so those cards just wanted to pop out. That Venus energy with this popping up, I just want to say it popped up, and Venus in Gemini on the new moon in Cancer. Very powerful, very powerful. Communicate to your heart, you know, what you're feeling, and things will work out in the right time that it should, right? And the first card and the second card is so powerful. It's really talking about wisdom, really shifting a negative into a positive and the karma of that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Click like. I hope you got something out of this. I enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.